Hello YouTube, it's Sam from Sam's Garden Maintenance, and in this video today guys, I want to talk to you about the cost of living. Now I am sure all of you guys are fed up of hearing about it. I know I am, and I'm not going to sort of turn it into a blame game and a doom and gloom sort of video, because, well, I don't know enough to blame it on somebody, but I will also try and not turn it into a rant. I always try and keep the videos as sort of upbeat as I can, because, as I said, we all know it's happening. We don't need to hear too much about it now, do we? So, I don't know if it is for you guys, but it's not really bitten too hard for me. It has affected my work somewhat, I'll be honest with you. I found going to do some quotes, you always get the penny pinchers and the people who want it dirt cheap or for nothing. So I don't know whether that's driving it at the moment. You know, you'll get so many quotes, and some people don't quibble on the price because they've been recommended, so they know what you like and they're happy. And then there'll be some people, well, like I said, they just aren't happy with whatever, really, are they? They just want you to do it for free for them and then pay them a bit and thank them for being on their property. I'm not going to turn this into a rant. So it has sort of bit, I must admit, I have had customers where it's been, and they've been honest. They've texted and they've says, Luke, can we not do this? Can we do next week instead, please? Because it's not growing much, and basically we're short this month. Now, what do you do in that situation? There's two things you can do. You can either look out for your business and say, no, we agreed 2 weeks, I've got a business to run myself, and whatever you're saving, you're taking out of my pocket. And then the other one is, well, you just pull up with it and say, yeah, no problem, you know it's going to be a little bit extra, a bit of extra work next time, but you just cut that one, put it one notch higher up on the mower. And, well, you know what I'm like, I don't really like confrontation too much, and I just chose the latter if I can, because at the end of the day, how I see it now is that we do have to be a little bit more careful with just how heavy-handed we are. I've never been as heavy-handed as I see on other people. The reason I mention that example is because you always see posts on Facebook groups where people say that people want to go to a free weekly instead, and, well, I'll never do free weekly cuts. But if somebody just says, Luke, Sam, this month we'll do it on the third week because it hasn't grown so much, and it's a bit tight for us this month, I always put that down to give and take. I do. I think you've just got to, because it just gets you a little bit of goodwill. Yes, you lose that money for that week, but you're still getting 2 visits per month off them. On average, you get 2 visits. Sometimes you can get 3, just how the days fall. But then some days, most of the months, you get 2 visits. So, as annoying as it is, you just got to put up. I'm not saying that that's what you should do in your business. I'm just saying that's my approach. I like to have as minimal sort of confrontation as possible. Yes, there might not be any. You might say, look, no, it's 2 weeks, and you'll go and they'll be happy with that, or they might be sort of spewing. But I think now, if you can sort of just sort of bend a little bit, it might help. As I said, there's so many sort of arguments for and against this that I'm not going to sort of go. I just think you need to use your your gut feeling on it and think what's best for your business, because it could boil down to where they'll think, well, you know what, we'll get somebody cheaper. There'll always be a knock and jobber, whatever, who will do it. So just be a bit grateful for what you've got. I know that sounds a bit controversial. I know we are in to run a business. We're not a charity at the end of the day, but I think sometimes you have just got to a bit of give and take. And I always say this with running a gardening business, it is give and take. I even say it to my customers, because yeah, there'll be some who'll be like, oh, you've only been here 50 minutes, I thought I had you for the hour. Well, we can do it this way, but then there'll be times when I stay here 10 minutes and I'll have to bill you for that. And they soon realise, if they trust you and they know you're not taking the piss and everything's getting done, well, that's just part and parcel of it, I'm afraid. But as for that, it's not really affected the business just yet. I did go into a lot more detail on it in the last video or a couple ago, where I mentioned basically, if it is that we do have a recession and we do have a heat wave, I think that's what will really screw us over. But the odd couple, and that's what it normally is, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over that. I lost another customer today. She texts me, basically her son's out of work, he still lives with her, so she's putting him to task doing the garden instead of paying me to do it. And what can you do at that, really? There's nothing you can do, nothing you can say. You can't say, well, no, we had an arrangement. It's fuck all you can do. You just say, yeah, that's no problem, make sure you get your money's worth out, you know what I mean, make a bit of joke of it. And then hopefully when he goes back to work, he's not going to want to carry on doing it for whatever money, and she'll have me back. It is what it is, I'm afraid. As I said, everybody's talking about it. I've got customers or people you go, and I'll be honest with you, I am sick of hearing about it. It is annoying, but especially when customers are basically asking for you to do it for nothing or at a cheaper rate or to not come as much, but they aren't actually asking you. They're spending 20 minutes telling you about what they want to ask, but they don't actually ask you. So again, that's annoying, but I don't think there's as I say, too much that we can do on that, because, well, we're going to have just to sort of lump it out for a bit. And it's like I've said to you in past videos, now's the time to be tightening the old bout, you know, because the grass might be growing good now and the green gold's coming in, and you know, plenty of pennies, but at the same time we don't know what's around the corner, do we? We have just got to basically put up with things and just do our best with what we've got given. But at the same time, I know I've just went on about losing people. Workers still coming in. I'm still having referrals off other people. I'm still getting the odd sort of Facebooky message every now and then. So, you know, workers still trickling in. You've just got to knuckle down and cut the cloth as much as you can, especially if you want to outlast what's going on. But then again, it is a bit of a dismal time, really. Are we going to outlast it, or is this going to be the new? I don't bloody know, I'll be honest with you. But there's no point thinking too far in the end, because it will drive you up the wall. Just put a bit away, live for the now, so to speak, and just keep knuckling down, and basically just get on with it, guys. And as usual, keep on gardening.